Hey everybody, it's Brandy and you're watching Abstract Crafter. Today's video is a drill with me and we will be working on these beautiful little butterflies and the journal. We're going to see how much we can get done in this week's drill with me's. So, if you need some company while you diamond paint, while you work on your craft projects, or while you just need somebody to listen to, well, then just get your materials, get settled, and we will start as soon as I roll those intro credits. Why, hello, everybody. Welcome back. If you're new, welcome. I am so glad that you stopped by. Tonight, like I said in the intro, tonight, this afternoon, whatever time it is that you're watching it, it's nighttime for me. We're going to work on these butterfly keychains. I did complete one, and the other side of these is already done because I wanted to be able to show them to you and not take up too much time. Hopefully also we'll be able to do this beautiful journal. I am really excited to start using this and see what we can do. And then when I get into the updates, I'll fill you in a little bit on some things that people were asking questions about as far as how you would seal them. But let me just move my chair a little bit here. And I'm trying out a new microphone, so hopefully my voice will be a little bit more even as I move around. So I did complete one. It wasn't the one that I thought that I wanted first. I don't know why, but I wanted this one first. But this is how this one turned out. And I think it's just absolutely gorgeous. I love the special drills and the rhinestones. And it's got these oil spill, I like to call them. They're really just iridescent coated. And they're more rounded. They don't have any texture on them. And then, of course, these teardrop ones that are more diamond shaped. And they have an iridescent coating on them. And these little star ones that are different for me. It's got quite a few other special gems. It's got bigger teardrop that are lightly iridescent coated. They're not as obvious as like the crystals or the snowflake star type ones. So then this one was the one that I thought I was working on. This is the one I was looking most forward to. I think it threw me off because it was green. But that's what she looks like. It's got these beautiful, like, they look more green here, but I thought that they were turquoise. And it's got these bigger blue ones, and I absolutely love the diamonds on the outside and how that turned out. And I know I'll be doing a post review on these, so I don't want to get too into it, but this is how the green and gold one turned out. I did these ones together because they use an awful lot of the same gems. The only difference on this one is it has the red ones and the yellow ones in it. And then this one has obviously the diamond shape ones in it. And of course I did not start the journal yet, but I'll be breaking this up into 2 to 3 episodes as per usual. And I wanted to explain again so I don't have to make you go back and watch if you didn't. The reason for that, and I'm going to explain while I'm getting my material set up. And the reason I do that is it makes it easier for me on uploading and stuff. And then it kind of gives me a little bit more visibility because I want this amazing family that we've created together to grow as big as it possibly can. And here I got these in here, and I just did very simple, like, labels, because they are not going to be in here for very long. And these are one of my favorite cases. I'll actually link these below. I got these on Amazon, and you can get them on Amazon, AliExpress. I just prefer Amazon because I am a Prime member, and therefore I can get them in 1 to 3 days. But I like these because they're spill proof, and to open them you actually have to push in a little bit to pop them open. And I can put several in here at once. Like obviously I have all the butterflies up here and then the journal down here. So I'm able to essentially get 4 projects in here. Granted, they're very small projects, but I have done it before where I was able to put 2 diamond paintings in here, like smaller ones. So I do like these, plus then they clip on the sides. And they're very travel friendly. So that's kind of where we're at. And then I'm going to bring in a few trays. I don't need any big ones, but I really, for the most part, I had been working right out of these containers, which is another reason I like these, is that you can, you know, pop them open and work right out of them if you don't have that many drills. So that part's kind of nice too, but I like that I can see right through, and a lot of times what I'll do is I'll put the labels right here too, or I'll put them on the inside of the lid, depending on how big the project I'm working on is. Obviously, this is going to be a very quick project. I was able to do all of these in one diamond painting session. Not as quick as you'd think, but... And then that's what it looks like, obviously, with the chain on it. And they're very lightweight. They're not near as heavy as I thought. And, so part of the updates that I wanted to get into, my garbage bin right there, you get a lot of garbage with rhinestones. It's kind of amazing how much garbage you get. But one of the updates I wanted to get into was about a video that I have promised and teased for about 2 weeks now. And I promise you we will be getting into them. Now my nails, I just did them. They're a little bit on the wet side. So I got to be very careful not to ruin them, because it never fails. I don't have the patience. So I actually switched to gel polish because I have no patience. And we'll kind of be working on these in tandem. But so the video that I have teased for quite some time is the ceiling video. Because a lot of people are worried about, and rightfully so, about these particular things maintaining the diamonds on them without falling off. And I promise you that video, it is being filmed. It's a multi-day video. So I will have it out just as soon as I possibly can. If it doesn't come out late this week, it will come out early next week. But it is coming out. And what else do I have for updates? Let's see here. I'm going to zoom in a little bit. I'm not going to put a picture up of these because it's just not necessary for these small projects. But, let's see, what else do I have to update you on? I got to get into position here to start drilling. Hope my mic cord doesn't get in the way. All right, here we go. I don't know if we'll get into being able to do any of the story guide tonight, at least in this episode. I don't even know where I put it, to be honest. So if nothing else, we will finish off the 74 get to know me questions that I had started and we're almost done with. I got to number 28, which was who is your favorite actress on that. So I would be starting with 29 and going to 74. So if I don't get into that tonight or tomorrow, I don't know how many videos we'll get out of this. I've asked my visitor, my ghostly visitor, to not interrupt us tonight. I have noticed some noises in the last couple videos, and if you don't believe in that, I do apologize. I'm gonna make a dedicated video to that. Let's see, I'm trying to find, I like to use the ones that go together in both. So A and V are the only two that go back and forth between both. And look at, there's like some kind of deviation on the glue on this one. So hopefully that'll lay flat. These are extremely sticky and it can be kind of hard to work with. Excuse me. So let's start with V and just get right into it. I'll start drilling on one and then I'll move into the other. I'm trying to think if I have any more updates. I really don't. I guess I have a couple things I want to touch on. So the last video that got put out was, and I'm going to use my special broom drill pen that I will be using all the way up until Halloween. And then I'm hoping to find like a candy cane or something Christmassy or more holiday-esque, I should say, not Christmassy, because not everybody celebrates Christmas, but it'll be more holiday-esque for those of you that or to make my videos more, I don't know, holiday centric. Like I changed my background. I'll just show you. It's spider webs. You can see my old stars, but below it, I didn't think they'd show up, honestly, or I wouldn't have been so lazy in my approach. So I kind of got to hold these because of the gems on the backside. They rock too much otherwise, so I'll try to be as steady as possible for you while I'm doing this. Sorry, my throat is very dry. I am getting over a cold. I've already gotten sick once this season. It was very mild. It was mostly me feeling just completely exhausted. A little bit of a sore throat, but for the most part, I was just feeling really run down and kind of out of sorts. And so my throat has been very dry. I tried to drink a lot before I started filming, but of course, it never works out for me quite that way. So what am I doing again? A, V, V. Ooh. Look at this. Not all the A's are printed properly. You can see it right there. And then a few over here. There's like they just printed them in half. Anyway, where to start tonight? Oh, that's what I was trying to get to was the last video. My goodness, I'm jumping around tonight. I'm so sorry. The last video that went up before this one was the sequin art. And oh my, that video did super, super well. I wasn't expecting it to do so well. I mean, I was hoping, you always hope as a YouTuber that when you put a video out that it's going to do very well. But that one just blew me away. Thank you guys so much for your support in that video. That I am just like amazingly surprised by that, the turnout on that. So thank you. A lot of you guys said that you wouldn't do it, and honestly, you know, I'm the kind of person I have to do things to know. Like, I can look at something and be like, nope, I'm gonna hate it. But them are the things that I always end up loving, and I'm not saying that that's how it would be for you guys. Not at all. I'm just saying that me personally, so like when I saw sequin art the first time, I'm like, oh my, who has the patience for that? That's insane. Your fingers would be bleeding by the end of it. And then that exact kind of thing gets into my head, and then I'm like, oh, no, I'm gonna have to do it. I have to see for myself if it's actually good. And though I did quite enjoy it, like afterwards, it was a process. And I think if I do it again, I would definitely get some kind of like pin pusher item or thimble or something like that to save my fingers. I did develop a pretty good method toward the end there, but nonetheless, I just think that it would be a lot easier to have something to push the pins in. You know, and I like the pictures and stuff, but somebody made a comment and brought up a really good point about how there's very little diversity as far as the gorgeous girls. They're all white girls. Let's just be blunt about it. And I thought, yeah, I mean, for me, I would love to see diversity amongst that, because I think all races and all colors and all skin tones are equally beautiful, and they're all gorgeous in my opinion. My family is so mixed, and we have so many different ethnicities mixed into my family, whether through blood or through marriage. So I have never been one to quite understand, you know, indifferences, but that's because that's the way I was raised, you know. So when somebody made that point, I'm like, that would be so smart of them to do that, to be as inclusive as possible. I know that it wouldn't change, you know, it wouldn't stop me from ordering something because it wasn't the same, you know what I mean? Like, let's see, how can I word this? I would love to buy a see, look at that. It ripped my nail polish right off. God dang it. I'd love to buy multiple, like, multicultural items like that. That would be so cool to me. Which nail? Oh, jeez, it's the orange one. This nail polish, I got at Five Below when I was visiting. down below, down in the Twin Cities, like Minneapolis, Minnesota. We were down there on family vacation. It was actually more St. Cloud was the city name, and they had a Five Below, and I was so freaking excited. And I wish we had one around here, but... So anyway, the whole point of that rambling is I would happily buy every single item in a line like that and proudly display it. And I think that many others would too. So I just wish more companies, especially in this day and age, would be more inclusive and more, I don't know, like what the proper word is. I just wish they'd be more inclusive is, I guess, my ultimate point. So it doesn't really matter. And I just wanted to mention that was probably my favorite comment that was brought up on there was the fact that this particular person would love to buy from them if they ever come out with a multicultural line and featured more skin tones, and I couldn't agree more. So yes, that video was amazing, and I do have a lot more amazing content coming out. I'm trying to get away from doing just drill with me's, so be patient with me. The drill with me's are there for those of you that like those, but I don't want them to continue to be the main focus of my channel. They were kind of a way for me to, I don't want to say buy time, but they were a way for me to start to help me get more content out there. And when I'm able to film a big long, like tonight, how, for example, I'm filming multiple videos, that's going to help me the rest of the week to give me time to film the other videos that I want to get filmed in good time. You know, then I don't feel pressured because I don't have multiple videos out. I have an amazing unboxing coming up next week. I cannot wait for you guys to see this. It's my version of a perfect diamond painting. And I just want to give you guys a little preview of that. Not like a literal preview, just by me telling you about it kind of preview. But I'm really excited about it because I've always said that a perfect diamond painting for me would be one that includes not only regular diamonds, like rounds or squares, like traditional diamonds, I guess is a better term for it, but it would also include like AB gems to highlight, which many kits do have that. But to also have, I think it was in particular on the one I did from Wotion, it was the dolphins that I did. I'll insert a picture here if you feel like looking up at it. I always thought that one would be amazing if they would have used rhinestones for the water to make the water part stand out more. And so I always said that would be the perfect kit for me, as a kit that included regular rhinestone and AB, and I found one. I am so freaking pumped that I found one. And that video should hopefully be coming out next Monday. I mean, if you're watching this in the future, then it's not going to really matter. It'll be up on my channel, and me telling you when it would be available, it has no bearing on when it's actually available. So, but I am super excited for that because it's a company that I have worked with before, and I have already given them like a 10 out of 10 rating. So this will be a good way to see if they can maintain that 10 out of 10 rating. Yeah, like I said, a lot of junk diamonds when you're doing rhinestones. I think it's just because it's a different type of material. So yes, coming up then is that ceiling video and the unboxing of my version of a perfect diamond painting. Now, this might not be your version of a perfect diamond painting. We all have our own preferences. Oh, and see, my finger's getting stuck over here. I can't believe my nail polish got stuck on there already. yeah, these are kind of weird to work on. I do quite enjoy working on them, and I realize I'm zoomed in, so my center isn't exactly center. But, so I'll be curious, what is your version of a perfect diamond painting? What does that look like? Besides a custom. Because obviously, if you're getting a custom, that is your version of a perfect diamond painting. And I'm going to be reaching out to Huacan. That's what my decision is on that custom. And I'm going to see if they'll be willing to work with me and replace the canvas and drills, even though it's been quite some time. I'm very curious to see what they say. I mean, I'm not expecting anything. I'm hoping, though, very much so hoping, that they will, even though it's been a year, I'm hoping that they'll be like, in good faith, we want you to have great quality because it's such an, it's our namesake and it's an important picture to you, and we'll see what happens. I will share with you guys every bit of correspondence with them because I always have faith in the best in people, and I'm hoping that, I'm going to be very blunt about everything. I'm going to let them know, I have a YouTube channel, or do you think I should not mention that to see what kind of bearing it would have? I don't want to say, oh, I have a YouTube channel to throw my weight around in that way, but I kind of want to, or, maybe depending on what they say, if they say yes, then I can be like, oh, wonderful, I can't wait to share this news with my YouTube audience. Maybe I can handle it that way. Because I want them to do it because they have good customer service. You know what I mean? I don't want them to do it because they feel like if they don't, then they're going to get trashed because I have a YouTube channel. I've never been one to want to go there, I guess. I've done it. I have. I'm not going to lie. I have used the fact that I have a YouTube channel to when I was angry. And that was with, I don't even remember what the situation was, honestly. I don't even remember at all what it was or if it even worked. But I have pulled the I'm a YouTuber card. And I'm not proud of it because, like I said, that's not why I started my channel. Not to get any benefits or any kind of favors or anything. Not at all. I think I was angry. I think it was with Sylvanas. Yeah, with Sylvanas when they only sent me 4 of the 30 some colors, and then I think they claimed to send replacements, and then the replacement drills never arrived. I think that's what it was. And I was like, I think I used the whole I'm a YouTuber on that. Listen to me just being all open and honest with you guys and just putting my shame right out there. So I guess that's all really I have. I'm just kind of rambling at this point. So in this one at least we'll do one of the set of emotions from the emotion story guide. I knew I would get the hang of what I called that thing at some point. So, just really quick, if you haven't watched my previous drill with me, what it is, I created this thing as a talking point. It's to kind of help me when I don't know what else to say, but I want to film drill with me and I chose pairs of emotions. So if I, for example, happy, then I would tell a story about something that the happiest time of my life, or something that made me very happy, or just what happiness in general means to me. And then at the same time, I also talk about its opposite, which in my case was sadness. And that is the pair that I talked about last week. And last week's videos will be linked down below for you in case you didn't get a chance to watch them. And the story guide will also be linked down below if you want to follow along or if you're a YouTuber, vlogger, blogger, or what have you, and you want to also use it, it is there for your convenience. It's a Google Doc. So I've done quite a few pairs already. I won't go through all of them, but I'll go over the ones that I have left to talk about, and that would be ashamed, proud, angry, calm, surprised, anticipation, weak, strong, nervous, confident, disgusted, pleased, kind, cruel, annoyed, and serene. And somebody else did leave a comment with a pair suggestion, so I'm going to have to go and write that one down. Also, one last thing before I do pick a pair of emotions to tell stories about this week. I did get a surprise package from Saner Direct. I think they forgot that they sent me products to review last year. It was about this time last year. And they sent me the exact same package again. So I stuck it away, and I will be having that giveaway as soon as I hit 4,000. I have a few things put together, including one of these drill pins. And hopefully by then I'll find the ones that I want to use for the holidays after Halloween. So hopefully I'll find the drill pen that I want to use for after Halloween. And then maybe I can include that too. No promises on that one. It depends on when I hit 4,000. I am super, super close. And honestly, guys, my goal by the end of the year is 5,000. So if there's anything you can do to help me reach that goal, I would forever be grateful. Just sharing my videos, recommending them on your groups on Facebook, or liking, commenting, subscribing. That all helps me get seen more. All that stuff greatly helps my chances. So anything you can do to help me reach my goal, and maybe there'll be another giveaway at 5,000. Depends on if I can come up with enough stuff by then, but I'm pretty hopeful about that. So at 4,000, I am going to be doing a giveaway. I don't know how many winners there will be yet, exactly what is going to be in it. I know that I want to make it international, and the way a lot of people handle international giveaways is they have you send over like 3 to 5 different paintings from AliExpress within a certain price point, and then they'll send a surprise from that. So I think I might do that as an alternative for my international viewers so that they can be a part of it too, because you guys are just as important to my channel as my American and Canadian viewers. I love all of you equally. I just can't afford to always mail to you guys. And I am super, super close to being able to have my P.O. box to open up. So I've been asked quite a few times about a P.O. box that you amazing people want to send me stuff. I don't know what I did to deserve that, but I'm not going to say no. I mean, honestly, if you really didn't want to wait, I would give you my address, but I would do it more privately. And that is not me saying I want you guys to send me stuff. That's for those of you that have already asked and have been waiting for me to get my P.O. box, because I know I like mailing stuff. I like having pen pals for sure. And if that actually happens, I'll obviously be doing like a monthly like a mail unboxing kind of thing, which is something I eventually plan to do anyway. What else? Oh, I know some of you are not excited about this, and I understand, but I do have my beginner diamond painting video coming out with my top tips and tricks. And I've asked once before, and I'll go back to that video and gather the things that people have already sent me in response to this. But let me know your best beginner tips down below and your best tips and tricks. And if I select you, I will feature your comment in that video. I want to try to come up with like 10 of my own tips and tricks and then include like 10 of your guys's. Or with the beginner one, I'll have obviously my spiel, and then I want to also include your guys's beginner tips and tricks. So send those to me or comment them down below. You can email them to me if you'd rather be more private and anonymous. But yeah, let me know down below, what would you have liked to know when you started diamond painting? What are your tried and true tips and tricks? And if they are different from my own, of course, I will include them. I'll screenshot your comment and include it in that video. That's a little bit longer of a video for me to film because I'm trying to do something different with that, where I'm like filming like little clips to go along with it. So it'll be very editing heavy, but I'm totally up for it. So yes, send those things along. Let's make this a collaborative effort. All right, so this one is all done with the greens and the like light greens, I guess. They're kind of teal, kind of jade colored. All right, let me see. Like I said, I don't have that many sets to go. I want to talk about something else in this video. We're just about at the half-hour mark, but I want to make them a little bit longer. So I guess I can just ramble on a little bit longer because I'm not going to have time to like completely get into a pair. So it'll be in the next video. And then in the video after that will be the continuation of the get to know me. Maybe I'll do it backwards. Maybe I will do that this week. Okay, I take that back. So in the next video, the part 2 of this week's drill with me, it'll be the continuation of the get to know me tag, questions 29 to 74. And then in part 3 of week 4, I want to say. Yeah, I think it's week 4 now. Oh my gosh. Wow. I can't believe it's been over a month since I started this new thing on YouTube. My new Drill With Me series is, I guess what I'm calling it. I thought this one had a hole in it. It's just painted silver up the side. So yeah, it'll be part 3 of week 4. And like when I did, kind of took a week off. I didn't continue to name that one. Part 4. Oh, this side, it's like, it's kind of like it's sandwiched in. No, not sandwiched in. It's like it was a sticker on one side. So on this side, all of the like letters and numbers and stuff, you know, the guide that you're putting your drills over. And there was no like, I don't know, but these ones are like embedded down. So it's kind of deceiving where they actually line up. It's weird. Oh, and I probably cut myself off. Jesus, I know better. And I know right around 33 minutes and 11 seconds, I need to pause for 3 seconds so that it can start a new clip for me. Hopefully I was paused in my speaking. We'll just finish this letter A, which is quite a bit. And then we'll end this video for the day. So, let's see. So when we bought this house, my house that I moved into, if you didn't know, I moved into a new house. Most of you probably know that. But we were made aware of a few things that were in need of repair. And they had wanted to sell, like, they wanted to move up our closing date. And so when they did that, and we, like I said, we knew about some of the repairs that were needed. So what we did is we took some of the price, we knocked some of the money off of the buying price, and that money was intended to go toward repairs. Well, it ended up needing more repairs than our inspector was able to come up with, you know, to find stuff that maybe the person because it was the owner's daughter. The owner had actually gotten really sick, and that's why they were selling the house. And he ended up passing shortly after we made our offer, and our offer was accepted. And that's who I think my visitor is. And so I don't think that all the issues were completely, I don't think that it was one of the kids. And I don't think that they knew exactly what all the issues were, honestly. Because they were pretty open about the stuff that they did inform us about. But it actually ended up being, like, stuff that even an inspector would miss, like stuff in the walls or, like, weird little things. Like when we took a ceiling fan down, the electrical was not done professionally. So it was kind of all out of whack, and we had to get a plumber in to fix that. And a lot of the stuff was, I think that maybe he was in the process of updating his house, and then he got sick and wasn't able to do it, because some of the basement is remodeled and finished and other parts of it aren't. Like probably a good 40% is finished and 60% is like a work in progress kind of thing. So we have discovered a new leak in our basement, and it's so devastating every time it rains. And it's been raining a lot. I'm just like, really, October, could you please stop? I never thought in my whole life. Now, like, I'm a weirdo as it is, and I love snow, but I don't like the cold. But I am literally sitting here like, winter, please come. Just so that the rain will stop. It's every time it rains, and I'm somebody who loves the rain. I will sit outside in a thunderstorm just to watch the lightning and listen to the thunder and smell the rain. And now I'm just like, no, please no. Every time it rains, my heart breaks a little bit more, because I know it's going to be all that much longer before we can fix these leaks, because we didn't know that it would take months on end before we could get gutters put in, which is something that we had planned on doing pretty much right away, but nobody would return our phone calls. And then when somebody finally did, they were like, well, we're booked till next spring. So we have them coming in the spring, but we need to make it until then. And that's not even going to fix all of the issues. Probably it'll fix 75% of the issues we're having, but it's just, I'm just so frustrated with the rain. I just want it to stop so that we can start. We have humidifiers going. We have fans and heaters going to try to dry it up. I'm going to have to rip out a whole wall as it is, which we have the money set aside for, because like I said, that was disclosed to us before we moved in. Well, I didn't say that, but that was one of the things that was disclosed to us before we moved in. And so we still have the money set aside for that, but it's like, it was a small problem before, and now I'm worried about mold and mildew, and it also happens to be my son's room, so I'm like, is he okay in there? And from everything that our inspector said, that we're fine, that he didn't detect any mold, but I don't know, you can never be too careful with that kind of stuff. And my son was a preemie, so one of the things that he struggled with, and has always struggled with, is breathing. His lungs are underdeveloped, and I had to get like steroid shots to develop his lungs before he was born. Like, they gave me the shots in hope that he would hold out long enough for them to work and help develop his lungs. So he's always kind of had weak lungs, and so I worry a little bit about him in there. And I keep telling him that, if you want to move out of there, we do have like a spare room upstairs that we were hoping to use as a game room. It's really small, so it's not really big enough to be a bedroom, but he could still use his room now and hang out in there, but he could sleep upstairs. Plus it'd be warmer up there. But he loves the idea of this basement bedroom, and it is huge. He went from sharing his room, which was probably half the size of the basement bedroom that he has now, and he was sharing it with his best friend, which I've talked about in other videos, so I don't want to dive into that too much, but so I think he's just really enjoying having all the space. And I've been trying to do as much as I can to decorate the basement to make it not feel like a basement so much. I'm going to start painting soon. And something else I've never really shared with you guys is that I always do my family's haircuts. I wish one of them could do mine now, but that's besides the point. But I cut my family's hair. Every single one of them, even my mom. And so we have a partial bathroom downstairs in the basement. It's directly across from my craft table here. And if I move my chair that I'm in to the other side, because it spins around, it doubles as a haircutting chair, like the best haircutting chair ever. More than I could have ever hoped for. And so the basement wall across from me is unfinished. It's sheetrocked, but it's never been painted. So I want to paint it up really cute. I want to paint my work table, because this was the guy that lived here, the gentleman, that we bought the house from. This was his workbench. He must have liked working with wood, because there's tons of wood all around, and there's all kinds of tools, and the table has all kinds of cuts in it, like, he built a bunch of stuff. And so I think, I want to paint this too, and I want to eventually do the whole basement. Like I said, it's partially finished, but I have some primer from, in my framing video, my DIY framing video, I mentioned in there that I guess we can put the ends in, at least on this one. I mentioned in there that you can that there's a paint recycling place, and you can just go get free paint. Well, there's a brand new can of primer and like 3 different purple colors. So I want to prime the walls, paint them. I got a brand new can of this like mint green. There was what other color? A baby blue, and then a brownish color. And so I would like to, I'm debating between them. I want to paint the inside of the bathroom a different color. And I have some things that I found at thrift stores to go in there. I kind of started fixing it up, but I have a few more things that I want to put in there just to make it a little nicer, because right now it's not the best. I'll have to give you an updated house tour sometime. A lot shorter than the last one. But just with some of the updates and improvements that I've made on the house. Because I've done a lot of work. I don't want to put all the ends in that one yet. So I'm going to just set this off to the side. But I am going to end this video here. It's a little longer than I typically like to have my drill with me. So then in the next one I will finish the tag. And hopefully I finish my sentiment. Point is, I want to paint and continue making the basement look nicer. And the hair cutting station, I have this beautiful antique mirror and shelf that I'm going to paint and put up for when I do haircuts down here. So there, that ties that all in. I do that a lot. I start talking about something, then I try to give details about something else, and it just goes on and on and on from there. But alright guys, with that, I'm going to let you go. Have an awesome day. Have fun doing whatever it is that truly, truly makes you happy. I love you, friends, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.